A thread by Stu Swerk. Why would anybody keep their National Geographic subscription? Other than TDS afflicted dementia crats and other assorted leftist kooks, that is, NatGeo succumbed to Robert Conquest's second law of politics years ago. That law states that any organization not overtly right wing will become left wing over time. Happens all the time. Think public education, labor unions, federal bureaucracy, Boy Scouts, you name it. The latest evidence that Nat Geo was hijacked is this story trumpeting that a dog died ostensibly from the coronavirus. Quote, we are in a historic moment now with companion animals. The German Shepherd Buddy died on July 11th after battling the coronavirus and lymphoma. In an exclusive interview with National Geographic, his owners recount the 2.5 months between their dog's first wheeze and his death as one of confusion, frustration, and heartbreak. Their story, along with Buddy's veterinary records, provides the most comprehensive look at yet an infected pet and sheds light on how little we know about animals and the virus. If you wish to waste your time, here's the rest. NationalGeographic.com exclusive. Buddy, first dog to test positive for COVID-19 in the US, has died. This is an outrageous pandering and spreading of fake pandemic hysteria by the legacy media, including now by the once venerable, apolitical, and trustworthy National Geographic magazine. Nat Geo regrettably was bought a couple years ago by the Disney conglomerate and since has become a woke leftist rag, focusing on the Democrat agenda, including articles in every issue now extolling the militant LGBTQ and Black Lives Matter agendas. Their chief editor of the past 2 years, Susan Goldberg, would fit in well with the current editorial board of the New York Times and the Washington Post. I suspect they all know each other well, too. Note that the dog had a major pre existing and always 100% fatal condition for dogs and cats: lymphoma. Didn't realize that Nat Geo had morphed into a veterinarian's magazine, which is now on par with Twitter and Facebook, suspending accounts and posts of people who support the use of hydroxychloroquine. Where's their medical expertise? Totally political. The Nat Geo article barely mentions the lymphoma in passing, whereas it is actually the most likely systemic and immediate cause for the dog's death, especially if he was receiving veterinary medicines that suppressed his immune system. This totally irresponsible and biased article by an organization that doubtless knew much better and should have checked its facts before publishing to scare people with an immediate alarmist headline is an example of how the left has dangerously corrupted and controlled information in America at all levels. Also, what the hell does this sensationalist story on the dog's demise have to do with national level geographic concerns? This belongs, properly rated as to causes of morbidity other than COVID-19, in the JAMA, the NEJM, a CDC or NIH notice, or a study. It is also quite possible that alarmed pet owners will now refuse to adopt dog shelter pets and even turn in their dogs to already overcrowded dog shelters or worse. This is nothing but the latest front in the legacy media's fear-mongering campaign. This is disgusting and proof positive that Nat Geo has become just another garden variety leftist rag. Disgusting. Time to cancel Nat Geo, or at least your subscription.